What's up, everyone? Hey, Chris Record here. Sorry, we're running a few minutes late today, but that happens. We had to troubleshoot a couple technical difficulties. But anyways, I'm glad that you're here. So I'm glad that you're watching, whether you're live or whether you're watching on the replay, because today we've got an exciting topic. I've got a guest speaker who's a member of the Team Shopify community, and recently John posted some results, and I really was intrigued by them because here's what was intriguing about those results was that he had a new Shopify store, and it was already generating around $35,000 in sales inside of its first 2 weeks. And what was cool about this was it was like his first Shopify store. So he was new at this, just like many of you that are watching right now. He was somebody who was new, somebody who was just taking instructions, somebody who was learning, somebody who was, taking action with what he was learning and just going out there and doing it. And not everything was perfect. In fact, John even told me that he had to pause some ads and make some changes because, it's still a learning process. But $35,000 in 2 weeks is very, very impressive, even having as much as $5,000 in sales in a single day. And I don't want to say that that's typical results because the results are going to vary for everybody. So I don't want to say that it's typical, but I do want to say that it is something that anybody can achieve. If you put your mind to it, it's possible. So whether or not you're just amazed by these results that are shared, or whether or not you believe, whether you have higher goals or whatever it is, just remember it's possible. And John's an example of that. So I wanted to bring John out here on this hangout and just be able to share some of his story and be able to share a little bit about introduce himself to the community, who he is and how he got started and what's working with him. And what I'll do is I'll be monitoring questions in the background. So if you're part of Team Shopify, there is a webinar channel that's in the Slack group. So if you're watching right now live, there's a webinar channel in the Slack group that you'll be able to watch. And if you are part of my Facebook inner circle, then you can chat there. There'll be a thread there. So what I'll do is I'll be monitoring questions in both those places. So with all that being said, I want to turn it over to my guest speaker, who is John Alfredson. So John, come on out here, introduce yourself, and let the community know a little bit about who you are and the success you've been having with Shopify.
All right, thank you, Chris. Thank you for that introduction. It's very I appreciate very much that you want to have me on here on the webinar. And yeah, I'm John Alfredson, and I have not had any experience with Shopify before. I have been doing a lot of online marketing, different types of online marketing over the last 7 years since I started, or both network marketing, affiliate marketing, and other, well, I've done a bit of Facebook marketing as well, but I've never ever tried Shopify or selling e-com, selling products, physical products. And I want to share some tips and strategies, and also show some results on my PowerPoint presentation that I have. All right, let me know when you can see my screen, Chris.
Yes, I can see it.
So basically, I started my Shopify store 2 weeks ago, since I joined the Ecom Masters course, and that was because of Chris and his marketing. Because I knew it was really good, and that's why I decided to jump on this. I have been wanting to sell on Amazon or have my Ecom store for quite a while, but I have never taken the step because I thought that I would need either a lot of inventory or a lot of money to pay for ads to get started. And actually, you don't need any of those two. You need a little bit of money to start your ads, but that's about it. And you need to know how to set up your store, as you know. So before I started my store, I started to do some research, and of course, what products I wanted to sell. And I just wanted to give you some tips on the some things that I use when I did the research for niches and products. So I got one tip from Chris when he promoted the course. I think it was go to Google and type in site:myshopify.com, and then the keyword that I want to search for similar products to see what's selling and see what other people are selling in the niche. That was a really good tip and a good strategy that I used to find a lot of interesting products and a lot of interesting Shopify stores. And then when I found the Shopify stores, I was always going into the store and look for what's selling best. So sometimes you can go and look at all the products, and you click on, you can sort them from A to B, from A to Z, or you can sort them from most popular and so on. So, and I sorted them by best-selling products, so then I could see what was selling best. I didn't know, of course, how many they were selling, but at least I got an idea of what was selling best in their store. And you can do that with any Shopify store. When you go to the products page or the collections page, if you type in this question mark that you see on the screen here, question mark sort by equals best selling. So if you type in that, you will, even if they have removed the option for the drop-down option to select the sorting, you can usually add it manually to your URL in your browser, and it will sort the products from what's selling best. Another thing I did was I went into Facebook and I typed in the search field up in the top of Facebook, I typed in posts about, and then my keyword, to find different posts about that particular product that I wanted to do research about. So with that, I found a lot of different products that looked interesting, and also one thing I looked at when I looked for good products is how were the other products, how much attention, how much social sharing had the products got on Facebook. For example, when I found a product that was posted on Facebook that someone were promoting, I looked at it. Did it have a lot of shares? Did it have a lot of likes and comments? And so if it had, then I knew it was quite a popular product or quite a popular niche, at least. So that's how I started to select my products. And then I opened my store. I chose some products, like I started adding 10 or 20 products to my store. Between 20 and, I'm not sure exactly, I have around 20 products right now, but I started adding at least 10, I think it was, before I opened, and I started running ads to those products. And I didn't have a lot of money to spend on advertising either, so I only started out with an ad budget of $40. Basically, I had been doing Facebook ads before, but I started out with spending $40 the first day on my ads, and that's out of pocket. And from that, I just took the money that I made in profit from that and turned it back into to pay for my advertising costs with Facebook. So I haven't spent any money out of my pocket, basically, after that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that too. But another thing I want to go into, just tell you a little bit about my experience with the apps that I've been using. I want to give 3 recommendations for apps that I think you should get in your store that have increased my sales a lot. And that has been the Abandonment Protector app, which is an app that is basically is helping you recover lost or abandoned carts, shopping carts. People are putting items in the shopping cart, and then because they won't go to the checkout page to see how much they're going to pay for shipping. I am promoting free plus shipping offer, by the way. So that's my main strategy right now. And a lot of people just want to check out how much the shipping is, so they go to the cart and check it out, and then just leave the cart there. And then this Abandonment Protector app will basically help you and send out an email to everyone that leaves their cart and remind them like 10 minutes or how many minutes after you would like to. They will send out reminders and try to recover the carts. And I think it has about between 5 and 10% success rate on that to recover the carts. So and when you have a lot of carts that are abandoned, that will add up pretty quickly. So it's a paid app. And also another app is called Hurrify that I started using actually the last day on Friday last week on my that is a countdown timer, and you can set it to any time you want to count down, and just to create scarcity and tell people that something is changing with this promotion when the time is up. So you set a timer, and I tried that on Friday. I set a timer and said, hey, I'm going to take down this offer now at this time, because I wanted to do that because I had too many sales coming in, which is actually a good problem in some ways, but still a problem. So I need to pause my ads. I needed to pause my ads. So I set a countdown timer to that, and that increased my sales from 5% to almost 7%. Well, the conversion, I should say, for that day. The average was 5% conversion before that day, and on that day I had a 7% conversion. So that is a good app. It's also $7 a month, I think, to install, but it's very well worth it when you have something that is selling. And the third app is called Notify that I want to recommend. It's something that, it gives you a little pop-up window in the bottom left corner that says, hey, someone just purchased this product on this site just this long time ago, and that gives social proof that when people are coming to your site, they don't recognize you, they don't know you, so it gives you a little bit more credibility. They see that other people are shopping on this site and purchase the product, maybe the product even that they are interested in, so give them more confidence to go ahead and purchase themselves if they are interested and trust the site. So those are my top 3 app recommendations. I have tried quite a lot of apps to see what's working well or not, and these are my top 3 right now that I highly recommend. So these here is the results that Chris sent out this screenshot as well in his email, but this is what I achieved in my first 12 days. I started on November 23rd, and on that day I got 2 sales of a total of $19.95 or $19.90, 2 sales for $9.95 each, and from that I just built it up and I started to scale up what was working with my Facebook ads, and I used I've learned some different strategies from other groups, not just from the e-com course, that e-com Premier Academy. I've also learned some strategies by watching YouTube videos and joining other Facebook groups about Shopify and so on. And one strategy that I came across recently, right when I started my store, it was a strategy called the pusher method by a guy named John Mack. I think Chris Record knows who John Mack is, and he's doing really well with his Shopify stores, and he was basically showing how he was scaling his stores or his ads and sales up very quickly to 4 figures and 5 figures a day. So I started to implement some of that, and together with my own knowledge from Facebook ads before, I managed to scale up my ads pretty quickly as well. I doubled my sales for every day up